Okay, there we go. My mute button is off. Happy Monday, everybody. Please let me know you can see and hear me okay. Just drop a little comment. All right, I'm getting notices that you can't hear me, but I had my mute button on and I took it off. So if you hear me now? Can you try it now?
No, we're good. You good.
Okay,
You good.
awesome. All righty. Okay, so I'm going to pull up my notes because I have some things to talk to you guys about, and I want to make sure that I hit every topic today. So I hope you're having a great Monday or a good start to the beginning of your week. My team and I have been talking to sellers, homeowners who have homes that they want to sell. Obviously, you're a homeowner, so you want to sell. And we're just coming across a lot of people who are dealing with divorces. I'm just not sure what it is this week, but it seems like that's a trending topic right now. I think people are going through a lot, I think. I think it has a lot to do with everything that's going on right now. And so a lot of people that we have spoken with are going through divorce. So I thought, well, you know what? Let's talk about that. It's not something that's talked about often, and it's not talked about enough. It is a part of life. And so decided to talk about that today. So, most of the homeowners that we've spoken with, they've opted into getting counseling. And, that's an option for most people, but in some cases it's not. And in that situation, it's best to go ahead and separate. Um, so first I want to start with just, being married is difficult in itself. You guys know if you're married and you know how difficult it is, put in the comments that you understand what I'm talking about. I'm married and I know that it's a struggle. And some of the homeowners that I talked to were able to talk about their situation and put them on a plan to, change their living situation. Some people have decided that maybe since the COVID started, all the pandemic and everything that's going on, that, just downsizing the home is a good option for you. It works for the family. But on the other hand, I have spoken with for couples who say that separation is the best thing for them, and hey, sometimes that's the best thing for the family. Okay, so one of the famous couples that comes to mind right now is Kim and Kanye. I know everyone knows about that. Kim filed for divorce, I think, a couple of weeks ago. I haven't watched and caught up with it, but I did read an article just because, I'm always interested to see if there's real estate that needs to be divided or sold. And what I learned was that Kanye owns the house and then Kim owns the land, which is pretty interesting. That, and just their situation is probably very complicated. Going through something like this can be extremely difficult. I've helped families who have found themselves in this situation and needing to make change and needing to sell their homes. Um, Selling the home is the most effective option. You don't want to go into foreclosure. I have talked to couples who have waited too late and their home has gone into foreclosure. And my goal when we sit and talk, or I'll say our team and our goals is when we sit and talk with you, is we're trying to avoid foreclosure at all costs. We want you to get all the equity that you earned in your property. So talking to us in a timely manner is very helpful. Okay. So to help make this process easier for everyone involved, I'm sharing 4 tips with you that my past clients have shared with me and have said this has made this easier, the process easier for them when they're going through a divorce. Okay. So if you're jumping on this replay and you have questions, you've listened to the live and you have questions, send me a private message and I'll be happy to answer your questions privately. Okay. Just you and I. All right. And so I'm also going to be checking my notes just to make sure I don't forget anything. So here are the top 4 things that the hundreds of families that my team and I have helped have the main 4 things that they have said help make the process easier for them. Okay. Starting with number 1. Hire a realtor that you trust and that has experience with divorce that can help you sell your home. And my clients have shared with me that working with me was very helpful because I specialize in working with separated couples. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, and I've always just loved human behavior. So one of my strengths is problem solving, helping each side make a plan that will be beneficial for each of you, and then coming together and creating a combined plan so that we can sell your home and both parties are happy. Um, so that is very helpful. Now, sometimes couples who are separated go through some unique challenges that you just don't plan on. And having someone who has experience is very helpful. It's definitely helped my clients. So that's number one, that tip that my clients have shared, that they appreciated working with me because my team and I, because we are able to problem solve. We also found that you need, when you're going through divorce, you do need a little more hand holding than normal. And that's okay to need that. It's a difficult time. It's a difficult process, a lot of emotions involved. So sometimes you're coming to the table, people who are separated are coming to the table with a little mistrust, right? Mistrust of people, maybe a little fear, and just feeling uncomfortable, sometimes anger. And I'm able to sit everyone down, and we're able to kind of talk about things and come to an agreement that helps everyone involved. Sometimes, well, I know that being able to deal with a high emotionally charged issue is very helpful. So, you both have the same goal, which is to sell your home, take advantage of the equity, and start your new life over again. So that's number one. Number two, don't move out too soon when you're trying to sell your home if you're going through divorce. Now, I know sometimes that's a challenge because you just need to move out. Someone has to move out. And I understand that. And that's okay. But if possible, it's really a good idea to have at least one party stay in the house. That's because sometimes when you move all your stuff out, if you have that picture hanging for years, it'll have a little, dirt mark around it, or, paint missing around it, and it shows, and it makes the house look like it wasn't cared for, which is not true at all. It's an absolutely gorgeous house. So sometimes, keeping some things in the home is helpful for staging purposes. If you have a really nice plants, dining room table, couch, things like that are helpful for staging, so you don't have to pay for that. And saving money during this process is so important. So if you're able to have at least, one person stay in the house and keep some of the furniture in the house, it definitely helps because staging is expensive. And then, if you can mix your furniture in there, it definitely helps 100%. Like I said, saving money is important because you don't want to have to pay rent for, everybody's paying rent, and then you also have to pay the mortgage. That's 3 different payments going out. Nobody has money for that. Okay. So that's just number 2 tip. If you can do it, will help you save some money. Now, the great thing in Texas is that our market is so on fire that your home probably won't take long to sell. 30 to 45 days is usually what we're looking at as generally. And so you don't necessarily have to worry about that. So just consider that. Okay. Number 3, don't sabotage your profits. What does that mean to you? That means don't let your emotions get too much. Don't make it an emotional decision without talking it out so that you don't sabotage your money. So sometimes in a separation, one spouse doesn't want the divorce, doesn't want to sell the house. And in that case, you have to have a court order to do so. You have to go to court and the judge will order the home sold. That can cause some pretty nasty things to come out. Like all that anger just comes out, right? And you could have a situation where someone just doesn't want the house to sell. So in that case, we all want to talk about it and realize that this is happening and put a plan together so that that person who doesn't want to sell the house is not able to sabotage the profit. Okay. Because right now you're feeling emotional and you've got some feelings going on. But once the house is sold and things have calmed down, you realize that it was very helpful for you to sell the house at the price that you did, at the negotiations, with the negotiations that you did, that it was really very helpful. And that's because making an emotional decision, sometimes we do that. And so that's why number 3 is don't sabotage your profits. Okay. So number 4, I'm going to add this as one of my tips that my clients and I have learned is to get your funds at closing, get your funds dispersed to you individually at closing. Do not use the group account. And actually, once you go through, if you have to go through court to, file your divorce, usually that is stated in the divorce decree. But if it's not, just do it on your own. Get your own individual account. So that way at closing, you can send your title company your wire instructions, you get your money, you move on with your life. So in closing, I just want to also remind all you homeowners who took advantage of the forbearances that are being offered that the mortgage companies are extending those forbearances till June. But I do think they're predicting that's going to be the last one. That's going to be the last extension. And so if you take advantage of the forbearance that you want to start making your payments, contact your mortgage company, find out what options are available to you. Give me a call if something has changed in your finances and you are not able to make that payment and your mortgage company is not giving you any options. That will help you. Give me a call. Let's discuss a plan to help you get what you need. Okay. So also, if you're watching this replay, again, I just want to let you know, thank you for watching. If you have a question about something that I talked about, or you want to talk about some situations that you're going through, send me a private message and let's talk, right? I really hope this information helps you. My clients and I, when we sit and talk about these things at closing, we all agree that we want to use these stories to help share with other families who might be going through the same thing. What's the use of going through a really, really tough time? You make it through and then you're like, I made it through that tough time, but then take the moment to share that story with someone else so that that family can know that they can make it through as well. And that's been our passion. And that's why we share these stories with you. I share any stories, testimonials, all of that you see on my page. I have the permission of my clients to share because that's what we love to do. We want to help other people. So if you want to schedule some time to talk, please click on the link below and select the day and time that works best for you for a quick consultation. Thank you guys for watching my video. I appreciate it so much. And again, if you have any questions, if I missed your question that you posted in the comments, I'll go back and answer them or chat with you. But send me a private message as well. Everyone have a wonderful week, and thanks for watching my live. Have a great day. Bye.